On the line, Program Legal Advisor, former Collingwood board member too, David Galbally. Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, do you see problems under the law, potentially?
I don't see problems insofar as the Victorian Act is concerned, because the comments certainly don't incite racial hatred.
Yeah.
Secondly, I don't see problems under the Commonwealth law for very much the same reasons, but he may have a problem under the broadcasting legislation. Somebody can put in a complaint. They don't have to be Adam Goods, and that could well take place. I think this highlights...
Yeah, but just before you get to that, under the federal law I've got in front of me, 18C, offensive behaviour because of race, colour or national or ethnic origin. It's unlawful for a person to do an act otherwise than in private if the act is reasonably likely in all circumstances to offend, insult, humiliate or intimidate another person or group of people, and the act is done because of race, colour or national ethnic origin. Isn't that
on
potential?
The face of it, without a doubt. The question is, would any action be taken in view of, would the federal police lay a charge?
Yeah, and you think that's unlikely?
And I think it's unlikely in all of the circumstances, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think it highlights something that we ought to focus on in relation to all of this, and that is on Friday night, a 13-year-old girl, probably insofar as the television was concerned, is unwittingly highlighted throughout the whole of the media without anybody knowing at the time her age, and it's referred to. She's absolutely pilloried in front of the media for the next 24 hours.
Yeah, but one of the people who pilloried her was Eddie.
No, just leave that to one side for one moment. What I'm saying is that I do think that we have to be, in that sort of instance, very careful about racing in immediately and undertaking blame and because I think that sets that example. Now I'll come to Eddie.
I agree entirely, but one of the people doing that was Eddie, which is the complication here.
Well, it's more than a complication, Neil. I do agree with you. It's more than a complication, because the reaction that he had to that was unbelievable. Everybody praised him, because what the steps he took immediately was to go down and see Adam Goods and the Sydney Swans people, because he knew the effect that it would have. I can't explain, nor do I seek to justify anything that he's done, in the media in relation to this comment. I just don't understand it at all, and it's completely out of character with everything that's taken place in the last week with his conduct. I just don't get it. But
so what's your point? The fact that what happened on Friday night aggravates what he did yesterday.
Well, it highlights it even more. Because what he says yesterday is in the context of what took place on Friday night.
Okay, and do you think
it elevates it?
Do you think it elevates? I agree. Do you think he should stand down as president?
Well, that's a matter for the board. This is a very interesting question. I think that it's a matter for the board, and it's a matter for him to determine.
Yeah, but you're a high-profile supporter, a former board member. What do you think?
While he undergoes what the AFL have said is his training program, maybe he should for the moment, because he needs to set an example to the players at the club, to the whole community, that he is just as much subjected to, the criticism and to discipline as everybody else.
And the final point, you think if he has problems away from the AFL, it is with the broadcasting laws?
I think probably with them, yes.
Thank you very much. David Galbally QC, Program Legal Advisor.